Yo, what's up, aliens? AHEE here with another tutorial, and I've got a mind-blowing one for y'all today. I'm so excited to share y'all this. So, I've done track breakdowns. I've done whole DJ set breakdowns, and today I wanted to specifically focus on a track breakdown, but focus on the songwriting aspect of it, and particularly the call and response within Skrillex's tracks, because he does this technique that I've noticed, which I call double call and response, and I'll show you how I go about this process so you can do it to your favorite songs, so that way you can learn call and response patterns, and also you'll just see the genius behind this, because it works really well musically. And because this video I'm using other people's music, it is going to be demonetized, so anything that y'all can, I have a bunch of products below at the link below. I just put out a new LFO pack for Serum. I put out a new Ableton 11, my new Magic Racks. So if y'all enjoy this, support your boy. All right, so check this out. Let's listen to Fuji Opener, just the first few bars. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to separate all the sounds out into like their call and response groups. And so we can hear these there, and there. And then there's the wiggle wiggles. And then there's this, which is a pretty interesting sound as well. There it happens again. Okay, there again. And then, okay, so that's a whole nother unique thing. Okay, we've done it. Here, first example. It really shows you how this is the call and then this is the response. And now here's where the real brilliant thing comes in, is that this becomes a call, and then now this is the response. And this is what I mean, call, response. But this thing acts as both a call and a response, and that's why each phrase sounds so fresh and unique, even though that if we just listen to these wigga wiggas, it's pretty much the same. They're all the same in all those things. I will say that the main difference is this one here has no beat. This one does have a beat. And it's also got some white noise though. This one, the beat, but no white noise. And this one almost has like another, it's the same as this one. But what's interesting is that even though these are the same thing, this one having white noise allows this to be unique, and this one having no beat allows it to be unique. And so each time that the call or the response is being played out, each section is a little unique, and what makes this one unique is just, I guess, the length. And then let's listen to just the calls. And so each one is very similar, but like just tiny bit different. You hear the difference? It's almost like the direction of the pitch bend. This one's like dweet, and this one's dwat. And these two are the same. Exactly, but this one's got the white noise in it. Now let's listen to these. These are both the same, but this one's got the beat in it. See, isn't that interesting? So here's a call and a response. Now this is the call, and now this is the response. And then at the end of the whole thing, he has a unique thing. Some vocal choppy thing right there. But yeah, this process is just mind-blowing, because then you could go through and just sort of use this as a template for your own call and response and your own sounds and thing. Now let's do this again with the second drop in this song, because you're going to see that there's so many variations of this technique that you can use. So let's go and separate everything. So I think that's what I would call the call. And that's unique. So and this I would almost put on its own thing as well. There. So again, we've separated this out. And notice how this looks different, even though there's very similarities. This one, there's 2 counts on the calls, and here on this one, there's only 1 count. Just that donk. And now here, there's the donk. But still, very similar pattern. But watch this. So we'll call these the calls. The response. And now this sort of becomes like a call into this. And again, we can see that same pattern. Now let's figure out what the difference is between these and these. So let's listen. Okay. So one, we can tell that and this are the exact same, except this one has a beat and this one doesn't. Now this one, that's a different phrase. And so almost this acts like a call and this acts like a response to this call. So again, we're getting double call and response between here and here, but then also between here and here. It's just it's totally different from the first drop in terms of like how the interlocking calls and responses work. I just find it so interesting. So this is like da 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 da. So cool. And then here at the end, it's got the unique thing. Yeah, let's listen to these though. Each one of them is unique. This is similar patterns, but different kind of flavors to them. Now let's listen to all the calls. Just these two have the same downbeat, but then the second call there is a little bit different. So you can see that's this one's almost this one's the same as this one, except this one's got 2 donk donks and this one's just got 1. Anyways, I just want to show y'all how there's self-similar patterns, calls and responses, and all of this like just adds to the musicality and the uniqueness of the song. Let's do it with a different style of Skrillex's stuff. I just think Skrillex does call and response the best, so that's why I'm using his work here. Let's do it with this house track, Chicken Soup. And then we'll end it here. Alright, let's split it up into its individual parts. So we got those, that. Alright, and then okay, so there's that. Yeah, there's that. That, and then and then a unique thing there. Again, we can see almost the exact same pattern from the first drop of the first song that we went over, but here it is applied in a house format, almost exactly the same, in the same shapes and layouts. Let's double check. Okay, it's a little bit different in the sense that it's more like this, but still very, very similar. Now let's listen to just the calls. So these are the same every other one, pretty much, except I think there's some drum difference in between them. Let's listen to the calls, or the responses. So each one is actually different in this case. So this one's, there's no pitch bending, and there's no beat. But do you hear how there's that pitch bend? Meow. So the pitch bend is on this one right here, and then now there's a new pitch bend on this note. Whoa. Oh, and now this one. Now there's a pitch bend on this note. Interesting. So this one. Oh, that's so cool. Now let's listen to these little bits. Very similar sounds on the second bit of that, but same little pattern. And so this again, we can see the relationship between here and here is a call and response, and then also between here and here is a call and response. And so again, these downbeats act as both calls and responses. And I just want to get this across, that that's the genius of what I'm trying to teach, is this double call and response. And then again, the unique thing at the very end of the phrase. Nowhere else are those sounds heard in the drop. But also another thing is, it's not just like same sound. It's each section is slightly unique, and that's what makes it so refreshing. Now let's try this on a older, because like what I noticed is that it's sometime around 2017 or so is when Skrillex really uses these specific types of calls and responses, but definitely calls and responses have been throughout all of his career. And let's go to the most iconic song, which I've already chopped up for us. Oh my God! Okay, you see how like this has been going on through his whole career? It's like we've got the call. This is almost like some sort of extra call thing, but then we've got the response, you know, call, response, call, response, call, response, new thing, fresh. And then the section continues on. Now, I would say that this song is a bit more complex. Maybe he simplified his stuff later on, because I'd gone through and you can see that the calls and responses get very complicated here. But what's so cool is that this unique thing at the end then acts as like the first half of the full melody for the part afterwards. Again, I just thought that was super cool. And then some weird unique thing from the whole bigger phrase right there. Anyways, call and response, and double call and response. I just want to get that across. Look, I did another one here on Try It Out, another older song. Call, response, new thing. Call, response, new thing. Okay. And then again, the double call and response by going. Okay. It's a little bit less so in this song. The song's a little bit older. But then he does do this, whereas he introduces the next theme at the end of the phrase here. Again, super cool. I also did Supersonic here, and this one is a little bit less so. The call and response in this is way simpler, in the sense that there's hardly any call and response, I guess, between this sound and this, you know. But still, it's a great song. So you don't always need to use call and response, is why I'm wanting to show you all this. But that still, there is a little bit of call and response interplay that goes into this. And then again, a unique one. And then again, here at the end of the phrase, introducing the main element of the next phrase, which is that vocal there. All right, if y'all enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, maybe share it with a friend. And oh, one more thing before I go, I have a new track out with Something, and the response on this track has been so amazing. It reached #1 on SoundCloud's Dance and EDM chart for over a week. I think it's at #2 on Beatport, Trap and Wave, and I've just been getting a lot of support for it. Ellis Dream's been playing it out on his tour. Check this out. I just want to show you a clip of it.
But now we're getting some action.
Oh, word. I was trying to tell you about that real shit. Tell you about that real shit. Back. Real shit. Back. Do it like okay. Trap.
All right, just a little teaser there. If y'all enjoyed that, I'll provide a link below of where y'all can go stream and download it. If you save it on Spotify, you will be my friend. I thank you so much. I make a bunch of different Ableton racks, and they're all on my Gumroad at the link below. Super helpful, just to like, they do a specific thing and they do it very well. I've got demos on all of them, so you can go and check them out and see if you want them. Thousands of people have already downloaded them and said that they use them in all their projects. And then I've been doing workshops with people, and it's cool to like see the stuff in their projects and whatnot. And very cool, and I appreciate everybody's support. Again, thank you so much, and I will see y'all in the future. Peace.